Alright guys, so today we're talking about section 1.5. We're talking about combining positive and negative numbers. So when we talk about combining positive and negative numbers, we're going to talk about finding the sums. We're talking about finding sums and differences. So we're talking about adding and subtracting. So we know our numbers always have a sign and they have a digit. They have a sign and a digit. That sign tells us the direction from 0 we go, and that digit tells us the distance in that direction we go. So what that really means is when we have our number line, we always start at our 0. From there, we can go to the right. When we're going to the right, the sign in front of our digit is positive. We're looking for that positive sign when you go to the right. And the digit, that number, will tell us the distance. So if it's a positive 5, you're going 5 away from 0. The other sign we have is negative, and that negative number tells us we're going to the left of 0. And again, the digit tells us how far away we're going from 0. Okay? All right. Give you a second to finish writing that down. Alright, so when we add numbers or combine our numbers that have the same signs, what you're going to do is keep the sign and add your digits. So in part A, we have a -5 and a -10. What kind of sign do they both have? They both have that negative one. So keep that negative sign. Now we're going to go back and add our digits. 10 plus 5 is 15. So we have a -15. Part B, -3 minus 4 minus 5, all negatives. They're all those negatives. We're going to keep that sign. 3 plus 4 is 7. And 7 plus 5 is 12. So we have that -12. Alright, I will give you a minute here. You do part C and D. You do them. Okay, so we have -5, -20, -5, -50, all have that negative sign. Then you add 20 plus 5, 25, plus 50, 75. We have that 75. Okay, part D, all positive, so we're just going to add them together. 10 plus 7 is 17, plus 20 is 37. So the last thing we talk about, different signs. When you have different signs, these numbers are really on opposite teams. They're going to be on opposite teams. You're going to have a team negative and you're going to have a team positive. So we have team and you have team positive. Okay, so what that says is we're going to look. We have negative 20, so team negative has 20 points. Team positive has 18. Who's winning? Well, our team negative is winning, right? They have 2 more points. Team negative is winning by 2. Alright, now we have team negative has 5 points. Team positive has 20. Team positive is winning. They're winning by 15. Winning by 15 points. Okay? So now you take a minute. You do C and D on your own. Alright. Part C talks about team negative having 50 points. Team positive has 20. So team negative is winning. That's what our sign's telling us. How much are they winning by? They're winning by 30. Team negative over in part D has 80 points. Team positive has 100 points. So team positive is winning by 20. Okay, and really what you're doing otherwise, you can look at it as teams or you can look at it as your big number, you keep that sign, and you subtract. Either way is gonna work. That's fine. Okay, so next page. We talk about writing our numbers in words again. When we write our numbers in words and we have a changing number or we have a number we don't know, we still have to use what we learned in section 1. We still have to use our variables. Our variables are our letters. So, our temperature went up 18 degrees. We don't know our temperature. All we know is we have a temperature, it's going up by 18. So we don't know that, so we're just going to pick a letter. I like T. T is for temperature. Went up. Going up tells us we need to add. And by 18 degrees. Our temperature went up by 18. Okay? So, part C. There are 14 fewer people in our group. So, 14 fewer people. So we have our group. And now we have 14 fewer people. That tells us we're going to lose 14 people. We're losing 14. All right, I'll give you a minute. You try B and D on your own. Think about what it's saying. Are you adding? Are you subtracting? What's your letter? What's your variable going to be? How much are you adding, subtracting by? So, writing in numbers. I lost 18 marbles. You lost 18 of your marbles. So we had our marbles at one point, all of them. We're losing 18. Losing them, we're going to subtract. How many are we losing? 18. In part D, I gained $4,000. So I have my money. Woohoo! Gaining. That's always good. You're going to add $4,000. Adding our $4,000. Okay, so what we were doing, combining our applications. Now we're gonna write a model. We're really gonna write our model. This is the same thing. We still need our variables. We need an operation, and we need a number. All right. So Jack weighed 180 pounds before summer camp. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not gonna need a letter here. You're not gonna need letters for modeling situations. You're going to write all of your numbers and what's happening. So we know Jack weighed 180 pounds before summer camp. When he went to camp, he gained 18, and after camp, he went on a diet, so he lost 10. What is his weight now? Well, we started with our 180 pounds. We had 180 pounds. That's how much he weighed. He went to camp and gained 18. Gained 18 pounds. And then after camp, when he went home, he went on his diet and lost 10. So, he started at 180, gained 18, lost 10. What is his weight now? All right, so we have 180 plus 18 is 198 minus 10 still. Minus 10 equals 188 pounds. He's still 188 pounds. Okay, now we're talking about our fish. So what our problem says is we have a fish. The fish started at 60 feet below the surface of the water. It moved up the water column 14 feet to avoid another fish that had really big teeth. Then the fish dropped back down 25 feet. What is its current position? Relevant to the surface. So, here's our really great fish. Our fish was right here. He's swimming at 60 feet. It's a really bad fish, but I tried. So, our fish is swimming at 60 feet below the water. That's what this is, 60 feet below the surface of our water. Another fish was coming, so he went up 14 feet. Then, after that fish left, he went and dropped down another 25 feet. So, if our surface is 0, if we're below the surface, we start with our negative 60. That's where he started. 60 feet below the surface, if surface is 0, that makes us a negative number. Then he went up 14 feet. And then he dropped back down. He went back down. Down tells us we're going to subtract again. 25. So, negative 60 plus 14. So our negative team is winning. By how much? It's winning by 46 points. And you're still subtracting 25. So now we're combining the same terms. So we just know it's going to be negative. They both are negative. Then you add 46 and 25, and you have 71. We have negative 71 feet is below the surface. It's down 71 feet. Okay. Super. Give you a second to finish writing that down. Okay, we are going to skip this in our notes. You're going to skip this combining this old one. So you do not have to do that. It's just not really relevant to what we're doing. Okay, so what we are going to talk about is our new school thinking. We're simplifying expressions. When you see the word and or your plus sign, when you see the word add or your plus sign, I want you to think the word and. You're taking 7 and 10. When you're seeing subtraction or that minus sign, I want you to take the opposite. Taking that opposite. All right? So we have negative 3 and negative 7 and negative 4. Rewriting that, it would more look like negative 3 minus 10 minus 4. This looks like something we've seen. We know how to do this. We look, they're all on the same team. 3 plus 10 plus 4, negative 17. So now we have 5 plus negative 7. You take the opposite of that and sign. So 5 and negative 7. When you have a minus negative 4, you take the opposite of that number. Taking the opposite of this number right here, so you're going to add 4. So we have 5, negative 7. We have our negative 7 is winning by 2, plus 4. Our positive 4 is winning by 2. Okay? Same thing working with our decimals. Same thing. We have 6.3 minus 2.7 minus 5.9 So we see here with our negative 2.7, we are winning. Our 6.3 positive is winning by 3.6 minus 5.9. Our negative wins here. 5 is greater than 3. So our negative wins of negative 2.3. Running out of room, sorry. All right. Number 4. Number 4, rewriting it, you will have negative 2 over 3 plus our 5 over 6. Because you're taking the opposite. Take the opposite. So the opposite of subtraction is addition. What do you notice? We have fractions. When we have fractions, we have to use common denominators. You have to use common denominators, guys. You know this. So, we look, we have a 3 and a 6. They're not common denominators. They're not the same. So you have to make them that way. So you have 2 all over 3. You multiply by 2 on the top and the bottom. You'll have negative 4 over 6 plus 5 over 6. Okay, now we do have our common denominators. We are good to go. We know our bottom number, our denominator will stay the same, no matter what. And then you will have a negative 4 plus 5. Our positive team is winning by how much? By 1. So you have 1/6. Okay? Now I want you to do 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all on your own. We'll come back and finish them together. Okay, practice what we learned. Rewrite them in simple form. Then use your knowledge from the beginning, looking at if they're the same and combining them, looking at your teams, your positive and negative teams. Okay? I want you to practice that for 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Everybody do them. rewriting -6 and the opposite of 8. The opposite of addition, negative, same team, 6 plus 8 is 14. So we have -20 plus 50. Who's winning? The positive team. By how much? 30. Oh, I missed 10, 11, and 12. I'll have you do those too. You guys can do those on your own. We'll go over them tomorrow. 6 minus 4 plus 8. 6 minus 4. Positive team's winning by 2 plus 8. Same team, 10. -2 minus 3 minus 4. -2, all the same team. So you know it's going to be negative. 2 plus 3 is 5. Plus 4 is 9. -9. 3 and 3 minus -8. So the opposite, 3 plus 8, 11. Okay. So far so good. If you haven't already, you have to do 10, 11, and 12. If you didn't, I'll give you a minute here to finish them. We have 10 minus the opposite, doing the opposite of minus, 20. It's 30. 3 minus 6, opposite, and the opposite of 4, 4 minus 8. 3 minus 6, negative team is winning by 3, minus 4, minus 8. Now they're all on the same team, so we know it's going to be negative. 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15, so it's a negative 15. And then our last one is negative 10 minus 5 plus 20 minus a negative 3, so we're going to plus 3. So they are on the same team, negative 15 plus 20, 3. I'm just going to combine them. You can do that if you see that these are on the same team too. So now who's winning? Our positive team is winning. Our positive team is winning by how much? 8. Okay. So, you now have homework for 1.5. You can do all of your homework 1.1 through 1.5. If you get done with that, I will put an extra worksheet on Schoology for 1.5 that you can do for some extra practice. You should have plenty to do for this class period. Okay? you have questions, they can try and help. Otherwise, save them for tomorrow and I can help you. Okay? We'll have a quiz over 1.5 on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we'll have a quiz. Other than that, have a great day. I will see you guys